Alright, Ramblings from the Road, another edition. On some little smaller roads here, so I'll be, trying to figure out the GPS, but talked about how the YouTube channel got its go, the Halverson, the Black Splitter, and I think the next product that we added to the lineup was this AM Machinery trailer. And I had, there was a land clearing job that had happened, and I talked to the guys that were running some machinery, and they were going to set everything out for me. And basically there was about 15 to 20 cord in log length, and because of the Halverson, I could put on the skid steer and go mobile. But yada yada, one thing led to another. It was like a week or two before I could get over there, and somebody came, cut everything to rounds, and basically stole the firewood. So I said that'll never happen again. I'd rather just produce it back at my place. So that's when I went on the internet search to try to figure out how to accomplish this. And that's where I found AM Machinery, and got my AM Machinery shirt on, and really looked long and hard at them. Met up with some of the sales guys at an expo, and really just fell in love with the trailer. It seems that the different manufacturers that we rep for are technology challenged. They can barely take a picture that actually has some substance to it, that looks good, and do a good walk around video and really show off their product. My background's management and marketing. I really enjoy the marketing side, and doing these kind of videos. Well, not this kind of video, but a product video. This is just me talking while I'm pounding down the highway here to the end destination. But it works out well that we complement each other. They've got a great product, and I know how to sell it. So we kind of get set up as dealers for these different people, like AM Machinery. But it's a great product. As I mentioned earlier, we do tons and tons of research into something before I buy it. And if I buy it, I'm going to use it, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably going to use it around a 12 or a 13. Let's just be honest with each other. Anything in the firewood industry gets used probably harder than anything else on the planet. It's just, firewood is brutal. You don't know the actual weights of stuff that you're picking up. You don't know how it's going to cut, how it's going to split, what's hidden inside of it, all of that kind of stuff. And it's just, it's a mean business. And I've said it before that firewood should probably be a certifiable mental disorder, because you got to be crazy to do this. Spend this much money to still get whatever the cord count is, or for the cord price is around your place. I know we sit right around $180 per cord, and I usually get $100 per half, at $85 for the bags. And then the campfire bundles are where the real money's at. $10 for a little bundle, or $5 for half of that for a kindling wrap, for the campfire wood stuff. But anyway, trailers, there's two basic types of trailers. And actually, before I even get into that, the reason that we went with AM Machinery versus some of the other manufacturers that are out there, not that there's a bunch of them, but the trailers are really heavy duty built. They have good welds, nice continuous welds, not just little stitch welds kind of running down the side. If they are, they've got some good distance to them. It's really thought through well. Lots of support structures, lots of gussets. You get a log in there rolling around and bang up against the side. You don't have to worry about it blowing through the side of the trailer. Just there's a lot of meat. Big heavy steel, but not heavy enough where you don't have any cargo capacity left because the trailer is so heavy. It's a good match between the two. It's a good balance, I guess, is probably the better word for it. I'm a heavy equipment guy by trade, so I love grease fittings. If you've seen some of the other, walk around videos, that grapple alone, I think, has like 12 or 14 grease fittings just on the grapple. I mean, that's crazy. that means it's going to last you a very, very long time. You know, they use actual pins that go the whole way through the hole. I've seen some where, you know, it's a glorified grade 8 bolt, and, you know, so you get half the bolt as a shoulder going through one side and threads going through the other. Well, in the course of time, that's going to open up and move and wiggle because the threads are going to wear down. Then your boom is going to get sloppy, and the machine's going to wear out. You will look on some of ours, they do have a nut threaded onto the end, but it is a full shoulder going the whole way through it, and it's just using the threads and a big lock nut on the other side to kind of keep that, you know, the boom pin tight, just versus having like a roll pin or something going through it. But that's just how AN Machinery does it. The other piece that's kind of cool, they've thought it through, that if you happen to snag, you know, one of the small hoses out on the rotator or the grapple, the hoses go through in sections. It basically goes from the grapple to the rotator into the boom, the end of that boom to the next pin. So if you happen to break something or snag a hose, you don't have to pull 30 foot of hosing through it. You can just replace the smaller section that you damaged. Things happen in the woods, and like I said, it's just a little 24-inch piece there over by the rotator that you can just change that out and save yourself the time and money. It's just the little things. I was once at an expo up in Boonville, New York, and we were out to breakfast having some pancakes, talking about trailers with the sales rep, and I said, you know, it'd be really cool if we could do like a fold down side, because I do a lot of stuff with pallets. And so we were discussing how to make all this work. So I just flipped over my napkin, drew some stuff out on a napkin and pins and hinges and how I wanted to do it. And at the end of the conversation, the rep's like, well, can I take this napkin back to the factory? And I said, well, yeah, if you think you can do it from that'd be great. And, you know, a month and a half later, the trailer's sitting in my yard, and we have video out there of that and what it looked like and how it functioned. And, you know, we really liked it. So now the next rendition that we did was this trailer that I'm pulling with the wooden deck. We move more firewood logs and the palletized bags than I do loose firewood. So we came up with this concept, and it's got, you know, stake pockets that run down the sides, and you know, it's just, I can get the logs in there and get the grapple around the piece of wood without bumping into the side. I'm usually up on the trailer walking around, so that's why we did it with the 2x6s, you know, versus just like a diamond plate. I don't care to go ice skating and pull a header as I fall off the trailer from cold, slippery metal. Even like on a day like today, it's 21 degrees. It was -5 the other day. There's, you know, 25 inches of snow at the house. We're in northeastern Pennsylvania, so we never know what the weather conditions are going to be. And it's just I'm looking for my next exit here. So that's why we got involved with AN Machinery. If somebody wants to change their trailer and the layout, it's not a slap on the wrist and say, oh yeah, we can do that, we can figure it out, and it's a time and material upgrade. It's not a slap going, no, you can't change our product. We have, you know, there's basically a general platform, a general model that we start from, but we're able to move and adapt that into something else that fits your needs probably a whole lot better than just a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. So when we get into the two different models, it's an RFR series, which is like an open road bunk style trailer where you can look all the way through the, you know, the frame and actually see the road, hence the open road type of deal. There's one trailer, it's called an RFR 05. It's a 13,385 trailer. I'm not sure how they came up with that number, because it's got twin 7,000 pound axles, so it really should be a 14K trailer. I'll have to talk to them about that now that I'm thinking about it and just rambling on. The trailer weighs just a little bit north of 4,000 pounds. It's a really light trailer, but it's got good C channel and good gussets, so it's strong, but it's light. So you can get almost 10,000 pounds worth of wood weight on that trailer. So the other nice piece, as a 4,000 pound curb weight, even if we lowered the weight down to the magical 9,990 to get you under 10K on a trailer, you can still put 6,000 pounds worth of wood weight on the trailer itself. So that's the open road style. We do an RFR 07, which is a 16,500 pound trailer. It's got almost a 20-foot deck on it. And then we get into, you know, the true dump trailers, and we can do either model as a bumper pull, or we can do it as a gooseneck. It just kind of comes down to your preference. If you are going to run with a gooseneck, I do suggest that you go for one of the heavier GVWR trailers, at least, you know, an 18,000 pound or a 20,000 pound trailer, because that gooseneck itself has quite a bit of weight, you know, in the actual hitch itself. And I always try to match up cargo capacity with you know, a decent trailer. And so I'm gonna have to pause this one here, and then we're gonna stop and grab some coffee and donuts for the guys that we're going to see, and we'll pick this up on the other side of it.